Hey guys, I'm here with Machine and we're going to test out FSD 12.4.3. So Machine's punched in a first address and we're going to see, I think this is downtown.
San Carlos.
Yeah. Okay, downtown San Carlos. All right, so I turned it on. We're pulling out around the parked car.
Interesting for it to figure out which lane to go in there.
Yeah, I think it started going into the right lane, but then it saw some of the markings for the parked cars and then decided against it.
Nice.
Huh. Okay. That's not so good.
I will say, I mean, it is confusing. I wonder if it's seeing up ahead. You'll see the lanes up ahead there.
Yeah.
Change. And it's going to actually have to get in the right lane to continue straight and not make a left on El Camino.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I get why it may start to veer over there. And then...
all right, let's see what it does.
Because the lanes aren't perfectly in line with these lanes. They're kind of shifted over a bit.
Huh.
So I think it's confused by that.
All right, let's see how it does.
Which is confusing for humans, too.
Yeah, I mean, I think even if it's confusing, you want to kind of try and pick a path, you know, make a decision. If you're wrong, but you don't want to kind of be jerking back and forth like that. All right, so we need to actually get in that lane over there. So it looks like we're in the wrong lane.
I don't think it recognizes that it can't go straight here. Let's see. Will it recognize?
Okay. Okay, now it decided to turn left.
Well, that was smart. Now it's going to go the alternate way, which is fine.
All right, off to a good start. So it is kind of interesting, that tension between, all right, if I'm in the wrong place, do I try and fix it or do I just go left? I think it wanted to try and just fix it if it could, but given that there was traffic flowing, it said, all right, I got to just turn left. Which
I would prefer a lot of regular drivers do as well.
Which honestly kind of mimics my thought process if I'm in a situation like that. If I can get over, I'll try and get over. If I can't, I'll just go the wrong way and reroute. On the way over here too, it had a right turn where it just couldn't get over there because it was so crowded, and it just rerouted and got here without any intervention, which is kind of what you need to do. I mean, there's always going to be some inability to get where you need to go, some being in the wrong lane, and a lot of it's just failing gracefully. All right, here's an interesting situation.
They close off the street, which is part of the reason I wanted to come here. So it can't make a left.
Right.
And it seems like on the maps it thinks it can, so...
Okay, so it's a little bit confused here, but it recognizes that I think there's no path forward on the left side there. That's good.
We can reroute it.
An older version of FSD might have kind of just tried to turn left anyway. Right now it's just kind of stuck. So I'm going to give it a little accelerator press.
Space. This is why I want to come in downtown San Carlos a little.
Yeah.
It's not SF, but
right.
Yeah, it's some stuff going on here.
I mean, it's a different kind of complexity than even a city, right?
Yeah. Luckily, those garbage cans are not in the middle of the road, so we didn't have any issues.
See, this is what I like. It doesn't give up. Throw some adversity at it. Wrong turn, closed road.
Yeah,
Just keeps going.
that's right. So visualize the person get on their car. It's kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be able to go left in here either. So you can reroute it to go right.
I could see it trying to turn into
Yeah,
there.
because there's a little bit of space.
But it does say do not enter. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna have to take over.
All right.
All right. First test did not go so well.
It's a challenging one.
I gave it a D.
There's no, I wouldn't consider any of that. See, personally, I wouldn't consider any of that safety critical. Like,
Right.
it would have just stopped right by the barrier at some point.
Yeah, and even going into the area where it wasn't supposed to go, it wasn't that it was going to hit anything. It just wasn't supposed to go
Right,
that way.
exactly.
And I think if it was going to hit something, then it would have not done that.
And luckily, right now, there was a person sitting in front of the wheel, unlike a Waymo.
Mhm.
They get in confusing situations. Then the cop comes over. Did you see that video
Oh, yeah.
a few days ago?
All right, so I auto parked it. Give it your second
All right.
destination.
Where do we go?
Yeah, just hit the navigate. In the
Really?
bottom right.
My brain's not working. Now let's go back to your favorite. I don't know how to make it go the same exact way, unless I add a waypoint. But let me.
Just drop it at the same destination as last time. It should be.
Yeah, but it'll probably go a different way. It's fine. I don't have to follow the exact same street.
Well, maybe we can find it.
Oh, I think it's going to anyway. So.
Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm turning FSD on.
I'm gonna call up some of the people up there and tell them to move their trash cans into the middle of the road.
All right, let's see it. Okay, so it's pulling out of the parking lot here. Pretty nice. Making a right onto El Camino Real, creeping. All right, we got a car pulled over here. It's changing lanes. All right, this is a little tricky. Nice.
Well, this time we don't have Meta just egging me on with various comments, so it's much quieter.
Yeah.
I apologize. My wife's texting me, so I'm distracted. Now, up ahead, this will change from 3 lanes to 2. Usually unlikely you have any issues, but sometimes you get a car on the side. It doesn't know how to merge.
Yeah, pretty smooth ride so far.
We just left San Carlos and entered Redwood City. Downgrade, as most people know. Here's Stacked. Stacked's a very terrible restaurant. Once my wife found pubic hair in her food, do not recommend.
How do you know it was pubic hair?
It's too curly, apparently.
All right, we're making a right turn here. Pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's so smooth. I mean, if you're not paying attention, it just seems like a normal human driving.
Yeah.
The smoothness is... Have you noticed the change in the sort of smoothness or human-like component since 12.3.6?
Well, it still seems to be a little more hesitant than 12.3, which I attribute it to just being new, but it just requires intervention and takeover a lot less.
Yeah.
Particularly anything safety critical, I haven't seen yet in the few days I've had it.
Yeah.
Like, it really seems to be converging more to the physics, in the sense that, you know, I just getting here in San Francisco, it was in some really challenging situations where people weren't really following the lane lines. It was kind of just everyone clumped together avoiding the lane lines, and it managed to get into the right turn lane and like go around people. And it's really kind of just looking at, how do I move through the world physically? How do I not hit anything, rather than just kind of over relying on the lines too much, or anything like that.
So you're saying a few more updates and it'll be ready to drive in India?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of getting there. If you kind of put it just in these situations where there's people, bikes, whatever, just running all around the car, it can actually figure out how to move through that somehow.
I think it'll be super great once it installs some guns and just can clear people out if it needs to. And then you can count it as not intervention.
Yeah, true.
Because that's the goal, right? We reduce the miles, we increase the miles per intervention any way possible. Which that was the right move, I think.
Yeah, it does seem to have this issue where it stops at yellow lights a lot, as opposed to going.
Yeah,
which I think if they kind of just trained it naturally, it would probably run a lot of yellows. So they probably had to oversample on people actually stopping, and that's how you kind of get this behavior.
Californians, especially, I wouldn't say especially Los Angeles, but yeah, they would have went through that more likely than not.
Right. I mean, I almost never stop at a yellow, so the decision, I think, at least on assertive mode, should rarely be to stop. If it can safely proceed, it should.
Have you noticed how this version or previous versions do when you have a left turn at a light that's not protected? Does it will it go after the other cars stop and it's in the intersection? Does it move into the intersection?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty natural.
Okay.
Is that what we're seeing here?
Yeah, no, it seems natural. We haven't. No, there's no light. I mean, you know, I mean, more like when you have the unprotected. There's no left turn signal, and you have a green,
right?
And you're waiting in the intersection because there's cars coming, and then it turns yellow, then red. Usually, you wait for the car to pass, right, and then you proceed still because you're already in the intersection.
Right. So yeah, it seems to do that pretty well now.
I'm sure it doesn't do the Los Angeles thing where 2 cars get to go. Only one.
All right, so we're going up on the hills now, where it had that intervention last time. Let's see if it can redeem itself.
This is a wider street. We're not stuck behind any bicycle this time.
Oh yeah.
Like last time.
Now it's
Yeah.
better at going around bicycles too, I've noticed.
Big cross right up there on top. That's what I'm praying, that we don't hit anything.
Yeah, so far so good.
Now look, for you pay SF municipal electricity, right?
Yep.
It's the much cheaper than $5 per gallon gasoline.
Yeah, it's really cheap. The max I pay to charge is $5. It's subsidized by the city. Pretty comfortably here. I think much less scary than last time.
The time that was scary was V9 when we went up here.
Yeah. Yeah, things have improved dramatically since then.
Took a sharp right, I remember, and I could not navigate that properly.
Yeah. Now it's pretty difficult to find a turn it can't
Yeah.
make.
Just think what it has labeled with stop signs versus not.
Yeah.
I like this addition to the map. It gives you a little more
Yeah, the redesign's great there.
comfort.
It gives you everything you need. Alright, so we gotta turn left.
Interesting. I've been on this road before.
Yikes.
Go.
Ooh,
Wow.
that's pretty good.
Little pond right here. Wow, there's really
Wow.
laying out. What is this?
This is nice. Wow, nice view. It's pretty cool. I don't know if this is the way we went last time,
No.
but
Because we started from a different spot. Want to go in for a swim? Not the car.
hopefully not.
Now we got some narrow road.
Alright. Starting to get a little scarier.
Are you getting nervous, Omar?
Well, so far it seems to be staying on the road, but it is a little precarious. Alright.
It's narrowing more. Oh, I love this. I accidentally
Oh
gave us a
boy.
route that's even a little more narrow.
Oh,
with another
God.
car coming. Perfect.
Oh god. Oh my god, wow.
Perfect.
That was crazy.
I love it. Narrow. These hills going up and down.
This is
You
worse
can't
than San
see-
Francisco.
You can't see what's coming.
Yeah. Wow.
Someone else's pewter Tesla, clearly broken. It couldn't handle the road. It got scared and now it stopped.
Yeah, that guy's gonna be running the software too. They'll be able to take him home for the first time probably. Alright. We gotta...
Oh, Omar got nervous. I was not even nervous, but I guess it's your car. So.
Yeah, exactly. It's a new car.
Here we go.
Uh-oh.
And this person, it's look at ridiculous. And they don't know what they're gonna do. Omar doesn't want to move his car, so hilariously, we've made the human back up, and Tesla's not even moving over to the right.
Oh boy.
He was not happy. But you know what, guy? Maybe you should stay on your side of the road. He was basically on the other side of the road.
I cannot believe it's getting through stuff like that. I'm shocked.
Stand your ground, Tesla. I approve.
Well, it's going to gain the ability to reverse soon. That might help.
Oh, I forgot.
But no ability to reverse
So
yet.
far, this route has been eventful.
Yeah. I mean, I had no idea how many challenges there were in San Carlos and Redwood City.
And guess what? Once we get off this road, we're getting back. The next road is the one we were on last time. So,
Yeah. Okay, cool.
We're not getting much of a break here.
I mean, pretty cool, right? Hands-free, and it can do this.
And we can start getting really drunk.
Waymo can't do it. No other car can do it. And this is the Hardware 3 model. Okay, wow. It actually figured that out.
This is the Hardware 3 model, right? Not
Yeah.
Hardware 4, yeah.
Hardware 3 model running on Hardware 4. Okay, we got a pretty sharp right turn here. No problem.
Now we're back on.
Piece of cake.
In about 2 minutes, we're gonna pass where those garbage cans were. That car was right on the edge of the road.
Once it saw the curve, it moved
It
out.
calibrated quite well, I will say.
I mean, pretty insane with vision to just figure out where the road boundaries are on like a hilly area like this where it's really not clear where that is.
The garbage cans were moved, so we successfully passed that part.
Yeah, tell them to bring them out. What day's trash day? Maybe we should come back.
I know, Thursday for us, but I think
Start knocking
I'll
on some
find out.
doors. Hey, trying to test FSD. When's your trash day?
yeah, that probably was on. It was probably like Friday.
Very cautious here. I think it knows it can't really see around the corner, maybe.
Yeah.
I wonder if lighting's also a challenge.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the trees, you really got to mix
Uh-huh.
dark and bright.
They do have like HDR cameras, though. They can capture a lot of different exposures. Oh boy.
It's fine.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like before. There was like right on the edge. The interesting thing is we've talked about what's hard is the software gets better.
That was really smooth handling
Yeah.
with the oncoming car. Go ahead.
It's just harder and harder. Going to be harder and harder to tell the difference between versions.
Yeah,
Because for any individual driver,
right.
they may not encounter anything for drive after drive for
Yeah.
months, right?
That's what I'm kind of saying, is it's kind of going beyond the limits of human perception. Like, now's the time when you really have to sort of look at the data, and it gets really challenging to
Yeah.
see even which version's better than the other.
Yep.
Like, they probably have to do some parallel A/B testing of models, have two versions in the wild,
Yep.
to even really be sure that 12.4 is better than 12.3. Wow.
Nice views. here.
Mm-hmm.
Nice job.
Boom.
All right.
So the drive it had with one takeover last time, now it did with 0 interventions. Not bad.
Very nice.
All right, what else you got?
Just head back. She'll take us down some more of these streets.
All right.
Pop it in. Keep counting. Where am I? Let's see.
You want to give it that address you sent me? Or the
That's
pin you
right around
dropped?
here. Yes.
All right. Is this way better or this way? Which way is more interesting?
It's a good question. You can go this way is probably more interesting.
All right. All right.
We have to turn around.
Let's see how it does. Off to the races here. Good start. You know, it is good at actually not driving in the center of the road, whereas older builds would kind of default to being in the center. Then you'd have to get out of the way quickly if a car comes. It stays on the right side of the road, which is hard to do because you have a lower margin of safety and your road boundary predictions. All right, we got a left, but there's a Escalade.
I'd say it's gotten to the point for sure where other drivers, I don't think would have any clue
Yeah,
that it's running autonomously.
yeah. It passes the Turing test. See, this for me, like as a driver, I'm not even sure which way to go.
Yeah, I know, right? It helps.
It does.
I can't tell unless the map was zoomed in. I imagine living up here before maps.
I know, seriously.
Physical maps be like, which road do I gotta go? Like this one or this one? Like it's barely different.
Yeah, I'd get lost. I mean, the fact that you could live up here and actually have an ADAS that works and can get you up here, even if there's other cars coming, is pretty nuts.
Most people don't know. A few years from now, there's going to be people daily robo-taxis taking people up to their homes here.
Yeah. Okay, a little bit of hesitation here. Oh, I am paying attention.
Just see it gets more aggressive when there are lane lines.
Yeah, I
It's a
think
bigger, smoother road for sure.
right. Yeah, I think confidence is a big thing in its decision making. If it can't really see or it's not sure, behaves very timidly. If it has a good view, if it can see what it's doing, then it drives like a human.
What version did you stop ever being concerned on that like turn back there that maybe it would just continue straight? Do you
I
think
mean,
like the earliest versions maybe?
I'm still always a little
Alright,
bit
alright.
concerned. I'm still watching it. Anything can happen, but I mean, probably the vast majority of drives now are just zero intervention, which is crazy. I mean, you can really throw something at it like, hey, take me to San Jose, whatever, and it'll just take you there. I mean, most of the stuff people actually have to do in their day-to-day life is pretty simple, Make a few turns, get on the highway, go somewhere, get off the highway, make a few more turns. We're like this kind of stuff, like going up here is really pretty challenging compared to the normal stuff people want to do.
Handle the five-way intersections pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, it honestly just blows my mind how much it can handle without any intervention now. And your car could run this too. Without any nag.
Yeah. I just don't drive that much.
But it'd still be fun to play around with.
Yeah, sure. Pay daily. I'll just come in your car. I'm just gonna crowdsource rides from the Bay Area. You know how many nerds there are with FSD in their car living here?
True.
You can find one a day.
Or you could wait for the robo-taxi, maybe. That's a pretty good left.
Yeah.
Seems to be a little more confident on the way down.
It's true.
Although the auto
They
speed...
got Tesla roof there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, one of my neighbors has it too. Yeah, there's a lot of Teslas here. That was good.
Yeah.
Didn't even do a full stop, just kind of checked if there was anyone coming. And it's really comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty crazy to think about the robustness that it can handle all these sorts of roads without
Yeah.
any mapping or any idea other
Right.
than just basic mapping, right?
Right.
I was supposed to go left here. Okay, which way it's supposed to go?
What? I think
That's
it was,
how you know it was not HD mapped.
Yeah. I think it was kind of checking if there was anyone coming on
Yeah.
the right side.
That's good.
Okay.
See,
Nice.
notice another Tesla driver is gracious, stopping all the other ICE drivers very rude to the Tesla.
Yeah, I mean, there's another Tesla, there's another Tesla. All these people
Oh,
are
yeah.
going to be running this. That's the crazy part. I mean, as this gets out there, it's just going to be
Let's see.
completely common.
Oh, the Prius was nice too.
Oh, okay.
Wow, thank you, Prius. I'm a little
That was a good
car.
negotiation. Thanks for waving. On behalf of the car.
Yeah. Now we're back. Are you sure you don't want to go for a swim? We're back on this.
Does look
Well,
kind of
yeah.
enticing. You got a whole spring. I don't know what this is, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, I mean, it just kind of blows my mind to just sit here and the car's moving around.
Yeah.
Like, they're definitely going to get a robo-taxi to work. There's no doubt about it at this point. If we can drive around this much, and we can debate about, okay, how much inference compute do they need?
Yeah.
How big is the model going to need to be?
Exactly.
But they're going to do it at this point, and it seems like it's just going to become a commodity when you think about like at the 10-year time scale.
There's no, people obsess over LiDAR.
Right.
Omar just showed me the hardware 4 camera preview, right? You can just go look at what the camera sees, and I can easily imagine driving as if I'm looking through those cameras and being able to drive safely.
Right.
The resolution is high enough in most conditions that you don't need anything else. And I'm highly confident they'll be able to train a model, maybe large, but they'll be able to train a model with those sensors that's, robotaxi level sometime in the next few years.
Yeah. I think the debate about vision versus LiDAR is pretty much over. I think you can do autonomy with either. It hasn't obviously been demonstrated yet that you can achieve driverless levels of reliability with vision, but it seems like it's just a matter of time at this point.
It is. Most of the issues, I'm sure you know better than I, but even what I observe, it has nothing to do with LiDAR or not.
Right.
And the cameras,
it's not
figure
perception.
Out how to make decisions properly.
The perception system seems to be pretty good. It's really planning, control, what lane do I have to be in, things like that,
Right.
that are where it's really seeing interventions. Most of the safety critical stuff even just very rare now.
Yep. Very nice.
Yeah, see how it
Slow
slowed
down
down
there.
for that? Yeah. That was a dip in the road.
Was there some sign?
No.
Wait, don't you?
Actually, there was a sign. Yeah, it says dip.
But either way, that was really good recognition.
Yeah, it's really good at spotting those dips or rough patches in the road now and slowing down. That may be contributing to some of the slowness we're seeing, but it's really nice. In the past, it would just run over those dips at full speed. It would be pleasant. Nicely done.
Now I've noticed in this version versus the previous is that it seems to stop further back in the stop signs.
Yeah.
Usually. And then it creeps up.
In general, it seems to be a lot more cautious than 12.3, but probably a lot of that is just because it's new.
Yeah.
As it validates in the real world, I expect them to let it loose a little bit.
Right. This is the first version, right? That's probably going out for wide release.
First
right
wide
now.
version, yeah. It's about 4% of the fleet, about Tesla said.
So far, or
For 4% of eligible vehicles so far. So we're just getting started with the wide rollout. But yeah, I mean, I've just been sitting here. It's been driving me around. It's really nice. You just listen to the music. The thing won't let you look at your phone. You just have to stare out the window. If you touch your phone, it beeps at you. It's kind of therapeutic.
Exactly. I was gonna say, this is actually, obviously so many studies now, all of us obsessing over our smartphones. Tesla is actually forcing you to be,
Yeah, present.
present with yourself.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Look at this person still driving their Tesla manually. Come on. Get with the program here. This person's got 2 Teslas.
Yeah, I don't feel special anymore. When I had my red Model 3, 2018, early 2018, people would stop and think, oh my God, look at that. I'm sure they do that still with the Cybertruck for you.
Oh, yeah.
drive.
Yeah, maybe you should get a Cybertruck. You can be special again.
If it had 6 seats, I would need it.
Model X, Model Y,
Yeah.
Rivian, Model
Yeah,
Y.
well, I do like the R1S, to be honest. I do like the look.
It's a good-looking vehicle for sure. There's no doubt about that.
But yeah, do I trust them as much with some stuff? No.
Yeah, the future of it being supported long term is a little questionable, but there's, I mean, people definitely want a big 3-row SUV.
Yeah.
That's an EV. And it's been tough to really make that profitably. So it hasn't really come to market, but then Rivian said, we're just going to make it anyway. And they built a brand around that, and people love them.
Yeah, I mean, negative 30% gross margins, but hey, who's counting?
Yeah. I mean, that's the differentiator, right? Why Combinator says do things that don't scale. Do things the other big guys can't do.
I feel like maybe they watch too much Silicon Valley.
That guy had a
Need to
Model
be
3 and an R1S in their driveway.
Pre-revenue. Do they?
Yeah.
Play Silicon Valley, which have you seen?
Oh
that
boy.
show? Nice.
I was pretty close.
Yeah. Where the one investor is trying to convince him you have to stay pre-revenue.
Right.
Once you have revenue,
People can put a multiple on it. Yeah. Honestly, I mean, that's how we do it here. We figured out the cheat code. If there's no earnings, you can't put a multiple on it. Could be anything.
exactly. 2 Teslas right there. I mean, you can play a game. I don't know if you'd be able to count high enough.
Yeah. There's another one over
This guy, that was not a stop, my friend.
there.
He just rolled through that.
It's crazy how many EVs there are. And people still say, there's a slowdown, people don't want them. It just seems like everybody's getting EVs. Tesla Model 3, 2 Tesla Model X's. Tesla Model S. All right, we're about 4 minutes away now.
Do you need a Thai massage? Because I'm sure that's a legit place right there.
Is that like a happy ending massage
I
place?
don't know.
Is that the place you go?
I've never been there.
Is that where your mom works?
Promise. Nice. Good timing. He waited 50 minutes to land the mom joke.
Very natural.
I had a Thai massage in Thailand, like a legit Thai massage. I feel like they're gonna like break my
Ladyboy
hips.
massage?
No lady boys. Stay away from the lady boys. That's for sure.
How can you be sure? You stay away. Some of them are pretty
Yes, that's
convincing.
The Thai massage was some old, no big, like, no, she wasn't big, but no nonsense woman. But you're right, you never know.
So what's your verdict compared to 12.3.6?
I mean, to me, in one trip, it's hard to say. If you put both of them in the same exact situations, how differently would they have operated at it? That's hard for me to say. I thought it did well. There was no critical mistakes,
Right.
for sure. Some of those confusing, the lane change and then the road closure.
At the beginning, yeah. That was a little weird.
Weird, but I don't, think that was bad, nor do I think 12.3 versions would have done differently. So yeah, I think it's very good. I think, to be honest, it's hard for me to say if it's better.
Well,
It's not worse. It's not worse.
Yeah. I mean, interventions are getting pretty rare now.
Yeah.
So you really have to drive it for days
Right,
to be able to
exactly.
really tell the difference. But, you know, I can drive smoothly, hands-free now, most of the time without any intervention. Even if you throw some pretty challenging stuff at it. Like, I was honestly shocked at those narrow roads that it was able to get
Did
through.
very well. Definitely pleased with it. What you need on the path to robo-taxis.
Mhm.
It'll be interesting to see how much the aggregate data shows improvement over. Something we'll see maybe in
Yeah.
a month or two.
Yeah, as people start to get it, it'll be interesting to see if, like, FSD track or anything like that, how it responds. It does seem to have a lot fewer interventions, but I'm not sure how to quantify that yet. I've only had it for a few days. And this is kind of challenging. I mean, this is a weird kind of truck. It's got a lot of stuff sticking out of the back, so hopefully it's able to handle that properly.
So it's early mid-July, so maybe mid-August or end of August we'll see statistically a bit showing up how it's performing.
Yeah. All right, so we're approaching our destination now. Interesting.
I don't know, I just hit a spot on the map there, so it should just stop.
Cool.
All right.
Good to see you.
All right, good to see you too.
Take care.
Take care.